Hello, welcome back to our series of training videos for building automation OpenBAS. Today we're going to talk about syntax coloring on your eZ-Scripts using Notepad. So the first thing you have to do if you want to do a syntax coloring for your scripts, well, you have to download Notepad. Here in this link, Notepad++, you can download the most recent version. If you need help on it, when you download OpenBAS, you have here in documents, you have some information, but here if you go to projects, you will have support for Notepad. Here you have a couple of files that will help you how you can download the information, how you can set it up. It's information provided in different languages, so basically you have the information in English, in Spanish, in French, and once you download your Notepad++ and follow the instructions, you will be able to view your scripts in syntax coloring. So going back here in OpenBAS, we have basic projects, and when you install it, it has examples with script programming, and all of them are able to be shown using syntax coloring. So basically we have to go to open any one of them. We will open here first Notepad++, and the first thing you have to be aware of, you have to select the language, because Notepad++ is an editor that supports many different programming languages. So when you install and you follow the instructions that we just saw here in the script support, multi-language script support using Notepad++, you will notice that when you open your files, they by default will have no syntax coloring. So again, we will open here the projects. We will start with the very first and most simple script you can open in OpenBAS, the hello world, raw world. So we will open this file, and you will see by that default it doesn't have syntax coloring. So what you have to do is come here, select as the language OpenBAS eZ-Script, and you will see that automatically it will have the syntax coloring. You can zoom in and zoom out. In this case I will zoom in, so you will select here in view. There is the option for zooming in and zooming out. So you can press Ctrl+ or Ctrl- to zoom up and down. I will do it. So you will see the syntax coloring. You will see that the if binary input 1 is closed, then the binary output 1 will be on, else the binary output 1 will be on. Oh, sorry, well, this is first a mistake. Should be off here, and other case you will be on. You will see immediately how just by changing it automatically changes colors. So this is the most basic program that you can do in OpenBAS, that when something is 1 or 0, the output will be 1 or 0. The syntax for all these variables can be shown. So give me a second. In this case, we have the eZ-HVAC documentation, which is the document LT6631. Here you will have all the syntax and all the information with all the keywords and all the references that you will need. So we will go back to our program. Basically here, this is like some sort of language, sort of like a mixture of BASIC, C, Pascal. So it's going to be very easy to follow up. Well, we will close this first program because it's not very interesting. We will go into the second one, Hello World one. You will see that again, when you open the file, it doesn't contain syntax coloring. We will come back here, select it, OpenBAS eZ-Script, and here it's showing you how you can write your program. So basically, first here we have a label. You'll see labels are here shown in a color like a cyan, like a blue. Then we have the same line that we have in the previous version 00 of Hello World. This one is a little bit more advanced because it showed you how you can write it horizontally, or you can break it vertically by adding backslashes. So many times it's easier to see a program vertically rather than horizontally, specifically if it's a very long line. It's easier to view it vertically. So if this one specifically is the same instruction that you have here, but this one is represented vertically. So it says if binary input 1 it's equal 1, then binary output 1 equal 1, else it's equal 0. We can also replace this 1 by on or off, by open or closed, and you will see in the manual that there are some predefined labels, and we will see soon that you can define your own. So basically we will open then the third Hello World improved, so you will see you start growing up in steps. This is the first option. Again, you will see that it doesn't contain syntax coloring, but just by going here, OpenBAS eZ-Script, we will see we can add comments. So comments are here highlighted in blue, and we can put as many as we want. It really doesn't matter. And here we have a label because it's between square brackets. Then we have a long comment. These long comments are embedded into the PLC instructions and can be up to 105 characters long. And we also can define names for clarity of use. Remember, we have the database names, like this case binary input 1 or binary input 2, binary output 1, binary output 2, and we just defined an alias. In this case, you see one of the other advantages of Notepad++. It's really, when we highlight something, everything else, anywhere else it's defined, it's also highlighted, so it's very easy to follow up. If we want to see where the input has been used, we can see here that the input is on, and here we go back that the input is the binary input 1. Then the output, which is the binary output 1, is on, else the output is off. Also, the user-defined section labels help to make it more human readable. For example, here we have other input. The other input is binary input 2. Is, we can use is instead of the equals to make it more human readable. If the other input is in good shape, then the other output is equal to turn on, else the other output is equal to turn on. So turn on, it's defined as 1, and turn off is defined as 0. Well, another cool feature is that not only you have the highlighting, but you can also define your own highlighting, and also having it here, it's a good reference. So for example, if I want to see all the keywords that have been defined, I go to language, user defined language, define your own language. So we just have to remember here the OpenBAS eZ-Script. And when you go define your language, here we will select OpenBAS eZ-Script. And here we have a list of all the keywords. So if you don't remember a keyword, you don't have to go back to the manual. So for example, here we have null, if, else, then, jump calls, minimum, maximum. So mostly this first group, it's all the instructions that the PLC has. For example, here we can see the schedules, the alternate instruction, HVAC stage, inside, outside, lighting group, and so on. Here in the second group, we see the second set of keywords. Here we have a list of keywords. Here we have some compiler setups. In this group, we have the square bracket to make for labels. Here we have the database. This is important, the database object. So here we can see we have the ADF, ADB, ADIs, the result flow, result bits, analog inputs, analog outputs. And another good thing is that you can, with the help of the styler, you can help and choose your own colors. So in this case, it's defined as purple. If we don't like it, we can just select here from the palette any other color that we want. So basically here you can define your own syntax coloring, and if you don't like whatever comes as default, you can basically just select whatever you want. So this is the end of today's lesson, and syntax coloring is really good. Just remember that you don't have to start from scratch. Here we have examples. These three hello world that we saw today, you have for comparing instructions, Boolean and math, proportional control, alternate and parallel, air handling unit and rooftop unit, special instructions of the CPU, schedules, communication, define and initialization, and so on. So we can see even here things such as the PID. PID we will come back later some other day, and we will talk about all the features that you can get with Mercom building automation. So thank you for following us today, and I really want to thank you for following me and awaiting all my wording, and I expect you back someday soon. Thank you.